on the front row. I could get him my cell phone. I have a Palm Pixie. I'm still learning all the different gadgets inside of it. At 37, I'm still learning. But at 2 or 3, he'll master it, can show me stuff that I still didn't gather after 2 or 3 months. And so that's why it's so important that we learn to get on the same page, or close to the same page as our children when it comes to computer. And one thing I address, and that's why I make copies for adults as well, because bullying has gone to a whole different level. I don't know if you noticed, but the past couple of weeks, we've seen people killing themselves because they've been bullied over the internet. And bullying doesn't stop when you get 18. Bullying continues on, and it's sad, but that's why I made a copy of this, because sometimes we focus on the age group of, early teenage to adulthood, to early adulthood, but bullying continues on after that point. And if you notice, the one I got for the adults, the Department of Labor actually did this report and study about bullying in the workplace. So again, our children are a mirror of us. I don't know if the first time I've noticed anything dealing with bullying, it was a parent going on trial for bullying a teenager that her daughter didn't like. You know what I'm saying? So again, children mirror what the parents do. So if you a bully at work, if you mistreat somebody at work, guess what happens? Your children see what you do, and they go home, or they go to school, and they bully. So again, a lot of times we need to look at ourselves as adults and look at what pattern we're sending to our children. And I don't know if y'all remember the father that went on the school bus and confronted the bully. And at first, everybody was very, very upset till they realized that the child was a child that had disabilities. And at that point, they kind of understood a little bit better why that father did what he did. But that still didn't make it right. Adults should go to adults. Yes. I'm not a biological parent, but I have a 15-year-old nephew. And I explained to him, you stay in your place as a 15-year-old. If you got something going on with the principal, with the teacher, you sit down and you let us know, and you let us adults handle it with other adults. And in place also too, we incorporate him with the knowledge on how to handle things as a teenager with other teenagers. But still, at times, things can get out of hand, especially with all this cyberbullying going on. So that's sometimes where we have to tell our children, let us know what's going on and listen to them. Because a lot of times they calling our names and trying to talk to us, but we're not listening. So I did this workplace bullying, what everyone needs to know, and it talks about bullying. But first, we're gonna start off giving a definition. Would anybody like to give a definition of what they think bullying is? Anybody? Making fun of somebody. Anybody else? Very appropriate answer. Anybody else?
Child is jealous of the other child.
Say again.
Child is jealous of the other child.
A child being jealous of another child, or as well, let's take a step further, adult being jealous of another adult.
Right.
Sir, what would you consider bullying? As a man, for it, because there are two ladies.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to control a person.
Trying to control a person. So a lot of times it gets what? Physical, fighting. Well, this is the definition. I fell in love with, they have a encyclopedia on the website. So this is the definition they give. Bullying. It talks about workplace bullying. Workplace bullying can be defined as a repeated, less favorable treatment of a person by another or others in the workplace, which may be considered unreasonable and inappropriate workplace practice. It includes behaviors that intimidate, offend, degrade, or humiliate a worker, possibly in front of coworkers, clients, or customers. So the same thing, anything that's done to humiliate, anything that's done inappropriate, whether it be at the workplace, it be in church, it be in school, it be in the neighborhood. And that's the thing, that bullying comes in so many different forms of behavior. Physical bullying, somebody getting in your face, and says you're going to be aware of that one. But sometimes when a person comes to you and they make you feel less than what you are, that's a form of bullying, especially if it's an everyday occurrence. When you don't feel comfortable being who you are and somebody continues to put you down, that's a distinct form of bullying. Has anybody ever been bullied? Oh, yeah. Okay. I can raise my hand. I didn't have a bully outside the family. I had a sister that bullied me. So bullies don't just have to be people we don't know. Bullies can be the family. And even now and then, at 37, she still tries to bully me. So that's why bullying doesn't stop with how I allow the bullying to affect me at 37. It's different than how that baby. How old are you, baby?
31.
No, how old are you?
Yeah.
8. Hey, so at 37, at 31, we're going to handle it different than the 8-year-old's going to handle it. So sometimes we can remove ourselves. We can go report it to a different level. But still, sometimes what people do, well, that's no big deal. Look over it. Have they hit you? Have they got in your face?
Right.
You know, but nobody knows how anything makes anybody feel. It's like the young man that was videotaped, and then boom, he jumped off the bridge. You know, who knew that guy doing that would make him take it that far? The young man that committed suicide, the high schooler, because he was getting bullied, because he chose to live a different lifestyle. You know, who knew that somebody get in his face one and too many times, now his life is gone. He has no chance to repent, has no chance to change. It's over with. Yes, ma'am, want to say
But I
something?
got a question. What if your child going to school now and getting bullied? How do you?
Okay, this parent asks, what do you do if your child is the one being bullied? As a parent, you ask your child, who's the bully? Then you call the principal and you ask for a meeting with that child's parent so that you can sit down and discuss things. As adults, don't jump on your horse. That's my baby. He don't do, because never know. Sometimes we do little small things, because when I look at myself, sometimes when my sister bullied me, sometimes there were things I did. Didn't make it right, but it still was some things I did that might encourage her to do wrong to me. So even with the most innocent person, sometimes we may do little small things that